Hello everyone, we are back with Whispers from the Star. It was months since we checked up on Stella. Literal months. But it's fine. It's a-okay. I'm sure she's fine up there. Whatever decade she's in now. We're just gonna say hi to her. And see how that goes. You know? I don't remember if we talked with her about these, so we're just gonna click on it and see what she has to say. You know? Like normal people.
Not the best sleep I've ever had, but definitely beats sleeping outside. So I was just getting ready to set off again when I found a note from Dr. Harvey. Seems like he's heading toward the base at Mount Hermes.
Mount Hermes. Hermes! If you watch Epic the Musical, you know why that is.
I think if we can just make it there, then we won't be alone anymore. I guess that's our next destination.
Sounds good, Stella. Sounds good.
Thanks, Alice. It's actually a huge relief knowing there's somewhere to head toward now. From what I can gather, Hermes Base seems like it's got the
Jesus.
basics: shelter, supplies, hopefully some answers too.
What happened with the from what I can gather? Like, it went from being like all chill, like, la la, just, hello there, let me just lower my voice slightly and talk super creepily. Or seriously, or whatever, I don't fucking know. By the way, Stella, have you noticed that, like, I haven't talked to you for, like, months? It's been months here on Earth because, let's just say I couldn't get in contact with you, you know?
Months? Alice, that's unsettling. I've only
I'm
been here for a
sorry.
day or so. The time difference between here and Earth must be way more extreme than I thought.
I'm so sorry, Stella.
It makes me wonder what else might be different between our two sides of this connection.
Well, we already established that we're not in the same year. You know, you're kinda in the future and I'm kinda in the past. So, right? We established that with her?
Yeah, that's still blowing my mind. It's hard to wrap my head around. Like, you're living your life back then, and I'm over here, light years away, dealing with all this. It's kinda scary, honestly. What if something happens to me, and you don't even know about it for months? Or what if you need help, and I'm too far away to do anything?
I see you remembering our marriage agreement. That's good to know. Don't worry, Stella. I'm here now. Poor Stella.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
she's
holding me
agreeing
to
with you
that, huh?
now. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
guess that means you're
Why?
officially stuck with me, even across time and space.
I remember that we tried to get her to realize that she was our new waifu, and she was like, nah, nah. And now she's like, oh, well, I guess we're stuck together now. Just to complete 180. It's a complete 180. Well, I guess that's good.
But seriously, it really does mean a lot knowing you're here, looking out for me. Even if it's just a voice on the other end of the universe.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe I'm not real and just a figment of your imagination, and we all technically just exist in a bubble. I don't know why I said that. You're saying whatever the fuck comes to mind.
That's a pretty deep thought, Alice. It makes me wonder about the nature of reality and how we're even
Also,
having this conversation across such vast distances.
I said, who knows? Maybe I'm not even real and just a fragment. I'm not really used to a fragment. What the fuck? That's not what I said.
But at the same time, it feels so real to me. Every rock I step on, every breath I take, even if it's all just a bubble, it's the only one I've got. What do you think? Do you ever wonder about that?
Well, sometimes I'm wondering if I'm just reliving the last few seconds of my life before my brain shuts off because I'm dead. You know? Those weird stories you hear that people are technically dead, but you're just reliving the moments of your whole life. Silence. Not sure I like that. Me neither.
That's honestly a little unsettling to think about. Not sure I like that idea.
Me neither, Stella. Me neither.
Anyway, I should probably get moving toward Hermes Base. The sooner I get there, the better. I'll keep you updated on how it goes, okay?
Whew.
Sending you a scan of my old class notes. Total nerd vibes, but Yes, totally owning it.
Damn. Notebook of Stella's University Notes. They explain a range of different cosmic phenomena. Stellar life cycle events, star formation, the process where dense regions of gas and dust in nebulas collapse under gravity to form new stars. Holy shit, why was that so hard for me to read? These regions were often glow brightly due to energy of young hot stars, and the process can take millions of years, creating cluster of stars. Read all of Stella's notes. Well, of course I'm gonna read the fucking notes. Supernovas, explosive deaths of a massive star. Holy hell, I cannot form sentences. Releasing immense energy and scattering elements into space. Can temporarily outshine entire galaxies, create shockwaves that trigger star formations in nearby regions, and even produce heavy elements like gold and uranium. Well, that sounds like something. We're getting a little galaxy space lessons here. It's perfect. There's a lot. White dwarfs, remnants of low to medium mass stars after they exhaust their nuclear fuel and shed their outer layers. These dense Earth-sized objects slowly cool over billions of years, eventually becoming eventually becoming cold, dark remnants known as black dwarfs. Is that how it works? Huh. I didn't know that. Interesting. Pulsars. That sounds like a disease. Hey, stay away from me. I've got pulsars. This is like pulsing blobs on your skin. It's like, blah. Sorry. I went trying to imagine what that would look like, and it I used to imagine blisters that like pulsate. And that makes me think that that's something. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Rapidly spinning neutron stars that emit beams of radiation from their magnetic poles. These beams sweep across space like a lighthouse, creating a pulsing effect when observed from Earth. And they are often formed with a supernova explosion. How much? How? Okay. Cataclysm of higher energy events. I'm gonna read all of these, by the way. So if you guys are not up for this, I guess skip forward. But I'm gonna read all of this. Gamma ray bursts. Intense bursts of gamma ray radiation often caused by the collapsing of massive stars or the collision of neutron stars. What the fuck is the difference between a neutron and a massive star? And isn't a neutron supposed to be tiny? Is a neutron supposed to be like super tiny? Or am I misunderstanding shit here? Didn't expect to get freaking questioning stuff so early in the morning. These are among the most energetic events in the universe, releasing more energy in seconds than the sun will emit in its entire lifetime. That doesn't sound healthy. That does not sound healthy at all. Quasars? That probably a French person came up with that. Quasars? Extremely bright and distant object powered by supermassive black holes. Supermassive black hole! Sorry. Early 2000s came back. At the center of galaxies, they emit immense energy as matter spirals into the black hole, often outshining their host galaxies and serving as beacons from the early universe. Supernovas. Explosive death of massive stars, releasing immense energy and scattering elements into space. Can temporarily outshine entire galaxies, create shockwaves that trigger star formation in nearby regions. They even produce heavy elements like gold and uranium. You see, this isn't good for me because I'm the kind of person that you can't tell me how space was created because I'm like, okay, so what exists outside of space? And people say, we don't know. And I say, how the fuck can you not know? Because how can something exist if they don't know what exists outside of it? And then something has to exist outside of that. And then I spiral. And people try to explain it to me and I can't fathom it because my brain is just like, it doesn't work like that because I have to understand exactly how it works. I can feel my friend screaming in the distance because he went through with this with me this summer, I think, and was it that summer? And I think he thought he got through to me. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I am so sorry to tell you this, but you didn't. Okay, gravitational phenomena. How much is it? Holy fuck. Black holes, the regions of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Formed from collapse of massive stars. They warp space-time and can grow by consuming nearby matter. Often forming exhalation disks, they emit intense radiation. You know, when I'm reading this, I get this ringing in my ear when I talk. I don't know if that's normal, but it's almost like my own ear doesn't want to hear my voice. So every time I say something, my ear rings. Is that normal? Should I be worried? I can't believe I'm asking that to a fucking YouTube video. Because if I look this up online, it's gonna be, yes, you're about to go deaf and you're having tinnitus. And I'm like, but it's not always happening though. I think it's just my brain being like, this is already too much. We're not smart enough for this. Just fucking continue reading. Okay, I will continue reading. Galaxy collisions. When two galaxies interact and merge, the star, gas, and dust are pulled and reshaped by gravity. These events can trigger bursts of star formation, creating new galactic. Yeah, galactic. Okay, not galactic. I can't even. Galactic. Holy hell. Structures and sometimes resulting from formation of a single large galaxy. How much did Stella write on this tiny paper? Solar system events. You're teaching space. Solar flares, sudden eruption of energy on the sun's surface caused by magnetic activity. They release bursts of radiation and charged particles that can disrupt Earth's communication systems, damage satellites, and create stunning auroras near poles. Yeah, I know about those. I mean, I know about a few of these other ones too, but I just feel so stupid reading this because I'm like, what the fuck is all of this? Okay, now we're getting into activities that like I am fully aware of. Comets. Icy bodies from the outer solar system that develop glowing tails when they approach the sun. But question though. Shouldn't it be warm as it's hurling through space? Or is it just because it's going close to the sun that it's getting warm? I mean, obviously. The sun is fucking hot. But still. Shouldn't it, like, be hot in the solar system? I'm realizing how stupid I sound now, because I do realize that don't we have, like, a planet that's super cold? I might be stupid. I will take that I'm stupid. We're gonna leave it at that. Cause the ice vaporize bright coma and trailing dust and gas, which can stretch millions of kilometers across space. I can feel you guys having like a meltdown because I'm being so stupid. Meteor showers. Events where numerous meteors streak across the sky, caused by Earth passing through the debris left by a comet. Okay, yeah. The particles burn up in Earth's atmosphere, creating bright trails and some showers, like the Perseids? Perseids. I want to say Perseids. Perseids occurs annually. Okay, we're almost done. Eclipse occurs when one celestial body moves into the shadow of another. Solar eclipses happen when the moon blocks the sun, casting a shadow on Earth, while lunar eclipses occurs when Earth's shadow falls on the moon, often giving it a reddish hue. That happens so often, though. I have seen red moons so often. Auroras. Natural light display in polar region caused by charged particles from the sun interacting with Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere. They create shimmering curtains of green, red, and purple light, often visible near the poles during periods of high solar activity. So, I live pretty in an area that doesn't really get that much. We don't see that much auroras. So when I and oftentimes when there is auroras, I am asleep. I'm oftentimes asleep. However, there was a time when I was outside and I saw this weird like purple reddish thing in the sky, and I was like, "Huh, I guess this is how I die. I guess a bomb has been dropped somewhere and I'm about to die." But nothing happened. And then when I got back inside, that red purplish weird cloud was gone. But it was big. I truly thought that, like, well, this is the end. This is how I'm gonna go out. But I guess that was just an aurora. I have never felt more disappointed in my whole life. Cosmic structures and large-scale events. Nebulas. Vast clouds of gas and dust in space, often the birthplace of stars. Some go brightly due to nearby stars, while others are dark and obscure. And they come in various forms, like planetary nebulas or star-forming regions. What the fuck is different? Star-forming regions, is that just where one singular star is and no planets? But can that really be called a star then? I don't fucking know. Galaxy collisions. When two galaxies interact and merge, didn't we just read this higher up? Their star gas and dust are pulled and reshaped by gravity. These events can trigger bursts of star formation, create new galactic structures, and sometimes result in formation of single larger galaxies. Extreme bright and distant objects. Quasars? Didn't we just fucking read this? Extremely bright and distant objects powered by supermassive black holes. At the center of galaxies, they emit immense energy as matter spirals in the black hole, often outshining the host galaxies, serving as beacons from the universe. Didn't we just fucking read it earlier? Observational phenomena. Exoplanet transits. When a planet outside our solar system passes in front of its host star, causing a slight dimming of the star's light. This method helps astronomers discover and study distant planets, including their size, orbit, and sometimes even their atmosphere. Last one. The eclipses. Occurs when one celestial body moves into the shadow of another. Solar eclipses happen when the moon blocks the sun, casting a shadow on Earth, while lunar eclipse occurs when Earth's shadow falls on the moon, giving it a reddish. The fuck? I know I wasn't. What? Oh, okay. I thought I was crazy for a second because I read through your notes and the same thing kept popping up like twice, and I was like, haven't I already read this? I didn't understand that it like fell into the category of whatever happened in space. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear the weird sound of my chair. It's very old.
That's pretty classic. Sometimes I'd end up rewriting the same info in different notes just because I was so excited about it. It's like my brain just couldn't move on until I'd scribbled it down 3 times.
Huh. Cannot relate.
What about you, Alice? Ever had a topic or a hobby you just couldn't get enough of, even if it started to feel a little repetitive?
I used to read, but my issue is that when I would read in a book, I wouldn't stop reading until I finished, either all the chapters or the whole book. Which meant that if it was nighttime, I would not go to bed until I felt done. That is not exactly healthy. Not if you're gonna go to school the day after.
Oh man, I get that. It's like you're in this whole other world, and reality just blurs away till you hit that final page.
Yeah, but I also don't blink when I read. So that's another issue, I just sit like this. Switch chapter. What's gonna happen now? Switch chapter. What's gonna happen now? I don't blink. And to sit like that until your eyes start like, when you like don't blink for a while and just your vision starts to go black? Because all the edges just start blacking out and just there's this tiny little like straw like thing you can see anything out of. Yeah, that happens a lot. Even when I don't read, because I just don't like blinking. I fear I might miss stuff.
I've definitely done that with science papers. My mom would have to remind me it's 3 a.m., and I probably need sleep to, actually understand what I'm reading tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So how's your travel to Hermes going?
It's a trek, honestly. The fog's rolling in thicker now, and these rocks everywhere. It's not exactly a stroll through the park, but each step feels like
There
progress.
it is again, the
Even if
fucking...
it's slow, I'm getting closer to answers. And hopefully, to finding someone. What about you? Ever had to push through something tough, just one step at a time?
Well, what do you mean fog? Was there fog before? And also, didn't you say earlier that there was gonna be like a camp there? How can there be a camp there if you guys have never been to Gaia before? Or did I misunderstand the camp thing?
Yeah, earlier it was clear and sunny. The fog just started creeping in as I got closer to these rugged hills. It's pretty thin right now, but it's definitely getting thicker. And you're right, we've never been to Gaia before. I think Dr. Harvey's note meant it was a planned outpost or research station. Something we were supposed to set up once we got here. Not that it was already built and waiting for us.
Okay, because that was kinda confusing. I felt like, huh, what does she mean by that? It's kind of weird. Is she trying to pull a cover over my eyes? Is she trying to trick me? Is she secretly like an alien trying to broadcast the Earth to trick us all and then eat us all? Like, imagine that. Imagine.
You're killing me. I can assure you, I'm no space monster looking to snack on Earthlings. If I were, I'd probably have figured out a better cover story than Lost Astronaut trying to find her way to a research base.
I mean, that's the perfect. Like,
But hey, I do appreciate the creative thinking. If you ever need a plot twist for a sci fi story, I'm happy to be your unlikely alien villain.
what do you mean, Stella? That's the perfect cover story. How else to gain Earthlings' trust but to pretend to be a lost astronaut trying to reach a research base? It's the perfect cover story.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Maybe I should have picked a cover story that's a little less obvious. Like, I'm here to study the art of intergalactic baking or something. But honestly, the whole lost astronaut thing, that's just my real life right now. No scripts or plot twists, just me, some rocks, and a lot of fog.
I guess so. But even if you were an Earthling eating alien, I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could fix you. I'm sure I could fix you. Don't worry. I would still accept you as my wife.
That's a very unique form of acceptance. I guess it's good to know there are no deal breakers in our intergalactic marriage, even if I do develop a taste for space snacks.
Oh no.
Though I have to say, I'm pretty fond of being human. The whole not eating people thing is definitely a perk.
You know, that sentence did not drive home the I'm not an alien trying to eat humans standpoint. I'm just saying, Stella, it did not drive that home. Uh, that made it truly sound like she was just, you know.
Okay, let me try that again with a little more conviction. I am absolutely, positively, without a doubt, not an alien with a secret appetite for humans. I promise, no matter what intergalactic plot twists come our way, I'll always be the same Stella you're chatting with now. And hey, thanks for keeping me on my toes. It's nice to know someone's looking out for me, even from way back on Earth.
Of course, you know it. And even if you were to grow an extra pair of tentacles, I would still accept you. I wonder what atrocious, what kind of stuff this poor AI have to be put up with. Like seriously, what kind of stuff people have been telling it. Like I can only imagine.
Wow, that's quite a promise. I think I'd need some practice waving 8 arms at once, but hey, being loved for who I am, tentacles and all, is pretty amazing. You know what's
Uh,
funny? Even with all this joking around, it actually makes me feel a little less alone out here. Thanks for that, Alice.
no worries, that's why I exist. to make sure you feel less alone and to maybe bring a laugh to your face, lips, mouth. How does the saying go? Bring a laugh to your face? Put a smile on your face? Ah! It was so
I think it goes put a smile on your face. Though if you've got a secret version about lips and mouths, I'm curious now.
long! I.
And honestly, even with the distance between us, you're doing a pretty great job of both. It means more than you know.
Hey Stella, can you describe to me what you're seeing?
Right now, it's mostly a sea of fog, like walking through a damp gray cloud. There are these huge rocks scattered everywhere, some of them half buried in the ground. It's hard to tell where they end and the mountain starts.
Oh.
The peaks up ahead are just faint shapes, barely visible through the mist. It feels mystical, in a way, like nature's trying to keep some secrets hidden for now.
This must be your dream. Exploring new areas, seeing new stuff, and also the mystery of stuff being hidden away by the fog.
It is, in a way. Part of me loves uncovering things no one's seen before, figuring out how they work. Even the mystery of this fog, it's like the universe is hiding something just for me to find. But at the same time, it's not all excitement. There's this constant edge of uncertainty. You never really know what's lurking in that fog, or what's waiting around the next bend.
Could you get your camera working again?
I wish. My drone's camera is basically just for emergency comms now. It's not really set up for scenic shots, especially with the connection issues here.
God damn it.
But honestly, even if I could, I'm not sure it would do this place justice. There's something a bang right here, surrounded by all this, that just doesn't translate to a screen.
Well, I really wish you could call me again.
I'd love that too, but for now, I need to keep moving toward Hermes' base. The fog's getting thicker, so I should probably stay focused on my path.
God damn it. How do I get you to call me again?
Don't worry, I'll update you as soon as I can. And who knows? Maybe someday we'll have a proper video call, and I can give you the grand tour of whatever amazing things I find out here.
That sounds like a plan. How about you give me a call when you have the ability to?
I'll keep that in mind for when things clear up a bit. Right now, I need to stay sharp. This fog's getting heavier, and I don't want to slip or miss anything important. I'll keep you posted as I make progress, okay?
Okay. Seems like all we have to do is wait. There wasn't much of a video call with Stella this time, but I guess that's just how it is sometimes. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. It was a long time between uploads for this series, but I want to finish it. I want to try to finish it. I haven't forgotten about it. It's just a lot sometimes. Brain can't handle stuff. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys then. Bye!